Data analytics, 15 powerful ways it can bolster your business growth. Today's show reveals how data analytics, one of the most potent tools in the business arsenal, can help entrepreneurs and corporate officers boost the operational bottom line. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing wonderful, and if you are doing as fantastic as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or a tea or vodka. Let's go. Today I'm going to talk about how data analytics can help boost your business, and I'll talk about 15 powerful ways. Number one, data analytics helps you lower costs and raise revenue, right? Because analytics play a significant role in decreasing your corporate costs, right? Now, if you are using if you're using the right data analytics software, you can find more intel into your operations. You're able to find where you're spending too much money or where you're spending less money and where you should be spending more money, right? You can identify things like, e-commerce, ad campaigns, multi-funnel channels, supply fulfillment channels, all that kind of stuff. So you can lower cost at the right moment. You can focus your energy and resources on those processes that are important, right? For instance, with the right data analytics, you can stop campaigns that aren't bringing in the results that you're expecting, right? If you are doing something on social media, for instance, if you're doing a campaign on Facebook, you can figure out which keywords are driving traffic. You can find resources that you can put more resources in better keywords and campaign, and you can do some kind of A/B testing and knowing what works and what doesn't. So number one, data analytics help you lower cost and raise revenue. Number two, it helps you boost service level performance, right? Now, what is service level performance? It is a combination of all the things that allow your company to be seen as optimal when it comes to customer delivery. Let me repeat that. Service level performance basically means that your clients see you very well. Your clients see that you're doing you're doing some good work. Now, how do you boost service level performance? Through data analytics. You can optimize workforce management. You can optimize occupancy rate, for instance, right? You can increase schedule adherence, so you can make sure that your employees are adhering to the schedule that you have implemented. It also allows you to improve the call forecasting. You can reduce agent attrition. You can enable agent callbacks. And also another thing that's very important when it comes to service level performance is that you can enhance first call resolution. Number three, data analytics helps improve membership rates. Now, this tip applies to communities, forums, to websites that want to have some kind of membership, right? Let's say you are a yoga fitness coach, or you are some kind of celebrity, or you're a speaker and you have a program where on your website you want to increase your membership rates, right? So this could be an online educational site, it could be a hobby platform, it could be a community, whatever it is. You can dig into your membership site analytics to get a deeper understanding of your site, right? So you can see current trends, you can see historic growth, you can see what kind of elements, what kind of campaigns drive members, drive traffic. So you can analyze through the proper data analytics software things like behaviors, membership trends, membership numbers, and this will tell you where you are in terms of growth. It will tell you where you are in terms of operational growth or productivity, right? So this is very important, and this is one of the things that data analytics in combination with AI, artificial intelligence, nowadays allow a lot of organizations to do. Okay, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. Let's move on to number 4. Data analytics makes strategic decision making easy. What do I mean by that? When it comes to running a business, there are some decisions that are strategic by nature. For instance, inventory management, right? By increasing your inventory or lowering your inventory, you're making a decision that affects your company's overall strategy, right? In periods of high demand, if you are anticipating a period of high demand, you would want to increase your inventory, and the opposite holds true if you are forecasting a period of downtrend. So you can make a good decision. You can make strategic decisions through data analytics when it comes to things like inventory management, pricing, staff hirings or recruitment, right? You can assess how many people you need to hire, how best to deploy them, whether they need to be hired on a full-time basis, on a contract basis, on a part-time basis, whatever it is, you're able to know. If you incorporate data analytics into your decisions, you can reduce risk. And by doing that, you're improving the effectiveness and efficiency of your processes. All right? Number 5, it enhances supplier management. With data analytics, you can better understand your suppliers and help improve their performance, right? For instance, let's say you use data analytics to analyze the customer complaints and refund requests. This will help you which suppliers are the worst performers, and you can drop them if you want to, right? You can also see which supplier is giving you good quality products or something shitty, right? Something lower quality, right? So this is very important. Through data and analytics, you're able to listen to your suppliers. You can establish a better service level agreement because you're able to constantly learn from mistakes and improving the processes. Very important, you can even rate your supplier. You can rate each suppliers, right? So by measuring your supplier performance, you can identify those you need to discontinue doing business with and those you have to continue working with, right? And you also can establish routines and be predictable on your supplier end. All right. Number 6, data analytics helps segment your audience. This is very important. You can separate your audience into different groups if you use the right analytics, because you're able to focus your energy on the audience that matters, right? You're able to customize the offer to each segment, right? And this kind of helps you avoid forcing irrelevant content on your audience, because the last thing you want is to force irrelevant products or services on your audience, right? So you want to be able to go through your data to analyze the audience and segment them so you can create better products and make your communications more personalized. This is very important, right? Now, there are gazillions data analytics software and programs out there. But if you take one thing like Google Analytics, for instance, and it's free, you can learn more about your audience by using Google Analytics, right? You can search queries that lead to your site. You can identify you can get some profiles around the site visitors. You can guess the visitor's intent, right? You can see the sites they visited. You can see how long they stayed on that site, and all of those things, especially if you use A/B testing, can help you identify what works and what doesn't. All right, I will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still here talking about data analytics, and I want to give you tip number 7 here. Before I do that, if you love the content we've been providing so far and you want us to continue giving you the same quality, please consider subscribing to our channel so you are notified anytime we drop a new show. Turn on the notification bell. And we also want to tell you here that you can also comment on our show. You can like the show and you can share it. Somebody somewhere needs this kind of info. So please share so that more people will be aware of the info and use it for their business or their personal benefit. All right. Number 7, Data analytics supports your social media outreach, right? This is very prominent in today's world. Whether you are advertising or trying to boost your presence on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it, analytics tools can help you. They provide some kind of in-depth info on what people are saying about your brand, right? And the good thing is you can track your brand mentions and hashtags on social media. And by doing that, you're able to measure the effectiveness of ad campaigns on the platforms, right? So for instance, if your brand is trending online, you can collect information and assess it so that you can plot better campaigns in the future, right? Think about it. You have hundreds of millions of people active on social media. So if you have the right analytics, you can ultimately be able to carve out the right audience for your product or services. Number 8, it helps improve advertising. Now, this is self-evident. I just spoke earlier about segmenting your audience, and I also spoke about how data analytics can help support your social media outreach. This number 8 is just a continuation of number 7. So, you can do A/B testing, or you can do even split tested, right, for all ad and see what works, right? So everything from product images to pop-ups to landing pages can be thoroughly evaluated for their effectiveness. And you can, by continually tweaking stuff, you are able to get maximum results, right? So and this is something that analytics can help you do, especially when it comes to advertising, because advertising can be very expensive, right? So you want to know how to get the best return on investment on any campaign you deploy. Number 9, it helps you mass personalize your offer. Now, what I mean here is that you can create mass personalization after segmenting your audience. So let's say you have a potential audience of 1 million people, and you segment them into 10. So each segment has 100,000 people, right? You can mass personalize by using email marketing software, where you are addressing everybody by their first name. You are talking to them in a way that they feel special, they feel like VIP, right? And this is only through data analytics, because everybody knows that personalization is very powerful, that if you do it the right way, you can drive up customer engagement, right? So use data analytics to boost your marketing efforts and make sure that the customer through the purchase journey feels special, feels unique. And that's what you want. If you want a loyal customer who keeps coming back and back and back, you got to get to that nitty-gritty of personalization. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still continuing our conversation around 15 powerful ways data analytics can bolster your business growth. Number 10, data analytics helps you set SMART goals. Now, SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, right? So setting goals for your business will basically is critical. It is the cornerstone of long-term success. Now, without data, this will be just guesswork, right? And we don't want that. So you want to have the proper data to make a decision. And that's what researchers call an informed decision. So if you are able to have the right data, you can assemble data points from historic trends and previous activities, right? So you can analyze the past, learn from mistakes, see what works and what doesn't or what didn't, and correct those in upcoming campaigns, right? So you have a better idea of what your goals should. And the good thing is, the most important thing is, you're not going to lose much more. You're not wasting more money, right? Because the mistakes, the learning curve is getting better and better. All right. Now, number 11, it aids in strategic cost reduction. The thing here is that with the right data, you can reduce things like raw material costs. So I'm talking about manufacturing costs, right? So you can use that to, let's say for instance, to buy cheaper parts, supplies, raw materials, right? You can improve economies of scale, right? Over time, of course. You can improve product quality with access to the right data. And here, this could even be service quality, right? Let's say you're providing the service, and you're able to constantly monitor things like customer satisfaction level, supplier management. You can see employee productivity. Those elements, those data points should help you make the right tweaks at the right moment. Okay. Another thing data analytics helps you with is that it allows you to see alternatives. You're able to see alternatives based on the current situation and see which path is better, which alternative might be better. Number 12, it helps you zero in on the perfect demographic. Data analytics are very important because they allow you to identify your ideal demographic with analytics, specific analytics. Now, the thing here is that if you use Google Analytics to your website, you're able to see where visitors came from, their gender, their professional profile, as much as possible. Of course, Google doesn't have all that info all the time, but when they do, they will provide that to you. And once you've determined your perfect demographic, you can provide tailored content, products, services, and solutions, right? Because ultimately what you want is more conversions, right? More sales. And you can only get that through proper analysis of the data and proper use of that data. And in the end, once you are able to study your audience pretty well, you are getting rich and insightful information. You can, and even better here, you can study your competitors' audience as well, right? Because some of this data is publicly available. So this is one of the elements that have helped a lot of successful entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs, move forward fast. I will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still continuing our conversation around data analytics today and how the data can help you boost your business growth, whatever sector you're in. We live in a globalized world where data is critical. We have things like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, quantum analysis, whatever it is, you need data. So I don't care if you're in the manufacturing sector or you are in the service industry or you are in the agricultural sector, whatever you are, primary, secondary, tertiary sector, you still need data. Number 13, data analytics improves your company's order fulfillment, right? When it comes to order fulfillment, I'm referring to things like time of the day, product sold, quantity, defect level, the day of the week, this kind of stuff. You're able to analyze supplier performance so you can see, you can actually evaluate the best path towards optimal order fulfillment, right? What you want here is that you're able to get end-to-end order visibility. You can ask the supplier that. You can choose the right shipper. This is for those folks who are involved in export-import activities. There's something called exception-based order management, which is very, very key in the export-import industry and the manufacturing sector. That's very important. With the proper data, you can also be very smart about your warehouse locations, and you can communicate better with your customer. Number 14, it helps you improve product management. And this is also very important, especially if you have a large catalog of products, whether you're selling directly to clients or you're doing some kind of intermediary shipping, such as drop shipping. So you're able to understand what works, what doesn't work. You're able to understand which are the most popular products or a combo of products, and you can do this by properly segmenting your audience, you can see what product works by region, by season. So if it's a seasonal product, right? So by doing this, you're able to know your market and competitors very well. You can spend time with your support staff. You can review, revise, tweak your roadmap. Another thing you can do is that you are able to sell products faster and reduce the level of defects. And all these things are, you can only do this by using data analytics. Number 15, it shows you how to maximize customer value. Client value is very important, folks. Client value is what will make you money in the long run. Not today, but what will make you money in the long run. And with the proper data, you're able to identify those customers who matter to your company. I like to talk about the Pareto rule, the 20-80 rule that says that 20% of your customers will provide, which will help you generate 80% of your revenue. So by analyzing the data correctly, you can understand what drives value for your clients. You can understand your own company's value proposition, right? What kind of offer you have and how compelling that offer is. You can create a win-win price. I spoke earlier about pricing being part of the strategic decision making. So you can create a win-win price, and you can focus your resources on your most valuable clients. That's what I said earlier in terms of having the 20%. They're very important. Another thing you want to do here is that with the data, you can also identify clients and segments where you can create more value relative to your rivals. This is how you expand your market share down the road, right? These things take time, but overall, over time, you will win. I will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. In today's edition, we talked about the 15 powerful ways data analytics can help you boost your business growth. Let's quickly recap them. Data analytics helps you lower cost and raise revenue, helps you boost service level performance, improves membership rates, makes strategic decision making easy, enhances supplier management, helps segment your audience, supports your social media outreach, helps improve advertising, helps you mass personalize your offer, helps you set SMART goals, SMART standing for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, aids in strategic cost reduction, helps you zero in on the perfect demographic, improves your company's order fulfillment, helps you improve your company's product management, shows you how to maximize customer value. Now, here are a few extra tips actually for working effectively and efficiently with big data. And this is today's call to action. In every show, we like to give our viewers and listeners, we like to give them further points for the things to work on, future things to work on, future actions to take, or immediate actions to take actually. And one thing you want to do here is you want to collect more data. As your company operates, you want to collect more data. You want to create more data, right? What you want to do here is you want to regularly run some experiments. Again, when it comes to doing A/B testing and so on and so forth, you want to enlarge, you want to expand the scope, you want to go big when it comes to analysis. So you want to work with large data sets and samples. Again, you don't have to have a PhD in statistics for that, because today's tools are very sophisticated. The data analytics tools are very sophisticated, and they can help you. Do not delegate data analysis, right? You want to be able to do it yourself and get some insights through the data yourself. Another thing that you want to do here is that you want to pay attention to those data supposedly meaningless, right? Everybody thinks, oh, this data is just good for nothing. No. They actually have, they are a trove of great operational gems. So you want to pay attention to that, right? Another thing that you want to do, and this is our pro tip for today, and this is the last element of today's show. When possible, consider investing in data analytics software. This is very important. You can have an app, but you can also get some software, because this will make your life easy, will kick things your way, the right way, or you can even outsource the data analytics. Even though usually it's just better to get some kind of in-house expertise. If you don't have it, outsource it. Outsourcing data analysis doesn't mean you're delegating it. It just means you're pushing the whole task to another person. But that person is still accountable to you. That person will still give you periodic reports, right? So this is it, folks. I will speak to you another time, and remember, stay marvelous.